Hello and welcome to a special bonus episode of Let's Play Myth of Fallen Lords. In the past, at least in my, how to call this? So I did the Myth 2 Soulblighter LP first, actually. Though I suppose chronologically this is first. Anyway, let's not worry about that. I've tried to talk about the difference between a real-time strategy and a real-time tactical like Myth. And so to demonstrate it, I'm going to recreate for you exactly how I played Myth the first time that I ever played it, because I never, ever forgot. Let's get to it.
The bridge is being attacked.
So the first thing that I noticed was that I had some men, and I thought, hooray, I have 6 warriors. Let's gang everybody up together. Oh, also I played on normal difficulty. I didn't play on heroic, but, you know, hey. I got my men together and I said to myself, surely, because there's so many of them and so few of us, one soldier's life must be worth 10 times as many in thrall. After all, that's how it works in Warcraft and whatnot, right? So, in we went.
We're on it.
Only to quickly learn something a little disturbing.
Casualty.
Turns out, that assumption may not have been valid. And even worse, it looks like there are more of them. A whole lot more of them. Well, now what? I don't know. I mean, at this point, I was just kind of toast. And the ghouls are coming across the river, and it was a bad luck. So I said to myself, oh, wait a minute, there are people in town. The green marks are friendly. Let's try this again, shall we? Good thing you can always restart the level.
The bridge is being attacked. Let's get out
So
of
this time I thought, alright. Oh good, they're those ranged units that the tutorial was talking about. Sort of. I mean, at least they covered archers and dwarves.
Yes?
Let's see. So this time it'll be a lot better. We'll bring our archers into a smart position. We'll get old Boomykin Short Pants himself on the road. And then we'll bring our soldiers together, who really aren't worth all that much, but I guess they are better than nothing.
Yes.
10 men together. And still, you know, by reasonable real-time strategy rules. I'm not doing anything particularly out there. I mean, after all, you do usually combine forces before really moving out and taking on the big bad guys, right? Sure. That's all I'm up to. And also, speaking of a trip down memory lane, the reason why I decided to do this LP now is because I'm running out of time to do it. I have not caught a lethal disease from all of my dalliances with prostitutes. I use condoms, thank you very much. No, what it is soon a new computer, a new Mac Pro will come out. I know you're already laughing, but it could happen. And then I won't be able to record any Myth games at all because the recording without a mouse only works well under the previous OS. Under the current OS, if your game switches resolutions, which is something only old games seem to do, then it horks up the recording entirely. But enough about me. Oh, also, I didn't notice the goals the first time. So,
Yes, sir.
in the actual game, in the original Myth 1,
Hey, move it. Stand
the
clear.
ghouls
Hey,
just tended to ignore you and go straight for the villagers. And there was, as far as I could tell, no reason to save the villagers. In fact, there's no reason to save the villagers. You can let them all get killed. It's really immaterial. Okay. So now that we're all together, now we're going to show them who the boss is, eh? Let's see, we don't want the dwarf to go unescorted, right?
Yes? Step aside.
Man wants us to step aside, eh? Well, let's see, looks like we're doing okay. And whoa, goals! This is the first time that I noticed that goals were tricky. I was like, oh man, we gotta get moving. At least the dwarf will help out. What? The dwarf blows up your own guys?
Casualty.
Friendly fire is so unfair. This is a load of bollocks. As my
Casualty.
perhaps more evenly tongued British fellows would say. I can't believe this dwarf is still alive, by the way. Seems like I died a lot faster back when. Also, it also seems like the second wave that shows up only does so in heroic. I don't think they do so in normal. Well, it's like the dwarf has the last laugh. At least until this other group gets to him, then he's toast. But till then, not too shabby. Come on, at least get that goal. That's all I want. Just to get that goal. Yeah, and the third group. Actually, I think there's a second group. I don't think there's a third group. That's what it is. So anyway, this is what happens when you try to play
Casualty.
Myth as though it was a real-time strategy game. Not too good. Yeah, warrior pieces everywhere. All the archers went down. There's just a plucky little dwarf left who's about to be a dead little dwarf or a pin-cushioned little dwarf.
Casualty.
Yeah, bad times. Note that the thrall don't actually make a cheering noise. So that's it, people. That's what you're up against when you play Myth. It's no real-time strategy. You have got to be smart. You gotta play smart. You gotta actually position men. You got to retreat. You have to really use your range, especially the range. That's really kind of everything in the game. Is keep the range always moving. Don't let them get to it. And that's it. So, in case you're curious, what happened with me is I played this about twice, and then I rage quit, and I went and told my brother, who burned me a copy. Yes, it was back in the days when you burned copies of games. And I told him this game is dumb, and you're dumb for playing it, and everybody's dumb, and this sucks. And he was like, that's just because you suck at the game. Alright, fair enough. So eventually I did go back to it, and found that it was super awesome, and I hope that you're finding out the same thing, or at least remembering the same thing, even better. So, that's it for this extra, and I'll see you guys next time on Let's Play Myth: The Fallen Lords.